वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च third mantra, second chapter, प्रथमावली third mantra। येन रूपं रसं गन्धं
येन रूपं रसं गन्धं
शब्दान् स्पर्शांश्च मैथुनान्
शब्दान् स्पर्शांश्च मैथुनान्
एतेनैव विजानाति
एतेनैव विजानाति
किमत्र परिशिष्यते
किमत्र परिशिष्यते।
स्वप्नान्तं जागरितान्तं
स्वप्नान्तं जागरितान्तं
शोभौ येनानुपश्यति
शोभौ येनानुपश्यति।
महान्तं विभुमात्मानं
महान्तं विभुमात्मानं
मत्वा धीरो न शोचति
मत्वा धीरो न शोचति।
य इमं मध्वदं वेद
य इमं मद्वदं वेद
आत्मानं जीवमन्तिकात्
आत्मानं जीवमन्तिकात्
ईशानं भूतभव्यस्य
ईशानं भूतभव्यस्य
न ततो विजुगुप्सते
न ततो विजुगुप्सते।
एतद्वै तत्
एतद्वैतत्
यः पूर्वं तपसो जातम्
यः
यः
पूर्वं
पूर्वं तपसो जातं
जातं
तद्यः पूर्वमजायत
अद्य
अद्य
पूर्वमजायत
पूर्वमजायत
गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तम्
गुहां
गुहां
प्रविश्य
प्रविश्य
तिष्ठन्तम्
तिष्ठन्तम्
यो भूतेर्भिर्व्यपश्यत
यो
यो
भूतेभिर्व्यपश्यत
भूतेर्व्यपश्यत
एतद्वैतत्
एतद्वैतत्
एतत्
या प्राणेन सम्भवति
या
या
प्राणेन
प्राणेन
सम्भवति
सम्भवति
तिथिर्देवता मयि
एतद्देवता
देवता
मयि
गुहां
मयि
प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्ति
गुहां प्रविश्य
गुहां
तिष्ठन्ति
प्रविष्टिष्ठन्ति
या भूतेभिर्व्यजायत
या
भूतेर्व्यजायत
भूतेभिर्व्यजायत
एतद्वैतत्
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 अरण्योर्निहितो जातवेदाः
अरण्योर्निहितो
अनर्योर्निहितो
जातवेदाः
जातवेदाः
गर्भैव सुमृतो गर्भिणीभिः
गर्भैव सुमृतो गर्भिणीभिः
दिवे दिव ईड्यो जागृवद्भिः
दिवे
दिवे
दिव ईड्यो
दिवैद्यो
जागृवद्भिः
जागृवद्भिः
हविष्मद्भिर्मनुष्येभिरग्निः
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 एतद्वैतत्
एतद्वैतत्
यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः
यतश्चोदेति
यतश्चोदेति
सूर्यः
सूर्यः
अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति
अस्तं
यत्र
यत्र
च
च
गच्छति
गच्छति
तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः
तं
तं
देवाः
देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः
अर्पिताः
तदुनात्येति कश्चन
तदुनाद्येति
तदुनात्येति
कश्चन
कश्चन
एतद्वैतत्
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 this mantra, last mantra we saw with the Bhashyam. The next mantra we introduced, which we are going to see the Bhashyam of it today. This mantra, where the Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyagarbha is the Adidevam. Hiranyagarbha is the Adidevam. This Hiranyagarbha, Antaryami, Virat, all these are different names given to the same Atma. The word Bhashyakara uses, Adidevam, Adhyatma, all these words already we have heard in the Gita, in the 8th chapter. Arjuna asks all these words, what does it mean? The 8th chapter, in the first shloka itself, and what is Adhyatma? What is Adidevam? What is Adibhutam? Kim tad Brahma, kim Adhyatmam, kim Karma Purushottama, Adibhutam cha kim Proktam, Adidevam kim Uchyate. What is Adidevam? Arjuna asks in the beginning of the 8th chapter. Father Bhagavan Krishna answered, what is Adidevam, Adibhutam? Adibhutam Ksharo Baha Purushashchadidevatam Adhyagyo Himevatra Dehe Degabratam Vara Iti. So there, the Adidevam, Adhyatmam, all the terms have been explained by Bhagavan Krishna. So these names, Purushashchadidevatam, Purusha is Hiranyagarbha. The different names given to the same Atma based on the Upadhi. Upadhi Abhimanat Beda, Nama Beda. Atma has got different names. Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam have got different names based on the Upadhi. This Upadhi Abhimana at the individual level, when it is that Abhimana, if it is so strong, it is called Avidya. What is this Upadhi? Upadhi is Upa Samipe Stitva Sviyan Gunan Anyatra Adhadati. That is called Upadhi. Upadhi is that Upasamipe Stitva. Upasamipe Stitva Sriyan Gunan Anyatra Adadat. That is called Upadhi. That is, Upa is Samipe, close, being close. It transfers its property to other thing. Sriyan Guna. One's own Guna, the attributes, the properties, transferred to the other. That's called Upadhi. The Shariram is Upadhi. Shariram is Upadhi. Shariram is Upadhi for the Atma. Shariram itself doesn't have consciousness. It is Jadam. It is Anatma. Therefore, this Anatma Upadhi, as this between this Anatma Upadhi, the Atma is as though very close. Atma and Upadhi as though they are very close. They cannot be close. They cannot come together. They cannot come together because Upadhi is Anatma. So, Anatma Upadhi coming close means transferring the properties, attributes of each other. Mutual transfer of attributes. That which is not possible, it is made possible. Really, there is no transfer of attributes of one, this Upadhi on Atma or Atmanaha on Upadhi. It is not possible, but it is made as though possible. That is called Maya. Agatita Gatana Patiyasi Maya. This Shariram, which is Anatma, is made as though conscious because of the presence of Atma. So this Anatma Shariram gets the Chaitanyatvam as though it has its original consciousness, status of being consciousness. And when the modifications of the Shariram undergoes changes, Shariram is Vyeti. It has got all the Shat Vikara. The Vikara of the Shariram is taken to be the Vikara of the Atma, Avyaya Atma. Atma is Avyayam. Avinashi cannot undergo any change. So there is a mutual transfer of the attributes. When the Abhimanam with the Upadhi is so strong, it is Avidya. This is at the individual level. Individual level, Jiva being a Ajnani, this Ajnanam, because of this Ajnanam, taking the Anatma Shriram to be Atma, Chaitanya Atma, and Chaitanya Atma having the properties of Anatma Shriram, this Paraspara, this mutual transfer of these attributes, because of this only, the Vyavahara, the Jiva Vyavahara also continues. Now the same thing it is extended to at the Samashti level. But at the Samashti level, Ishvara doesn't have Ajnana. His Upadhi is Maya Upadhi. Maya is the glory, it's the vibhuti of Ishvara. Ishvara is not ruled over by Maya. Because of Maya, Ishvara doesn't have Avarana Shakti. Whereas for the individual, this Ajnanam has got Avarana as well as Vikshepa Shakti. Because of this two, there is a wrong self-identification. Whereas at the level of Samashti, Maya is the Vibhuti. Maya tu Prakritim Vidya, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. So he is a wielder of Maya. So therefore, at the Samashti level, the Atma identified with Brahma Chaitanyam, which identified with the Stula Shriram, is called Virat. It's called Virat. When it is at the Sukshma level, it is called Hiranyagarbha. The same Brahma is called Hiranyagarbha. And the same Brahma at the Karana level is called Antaryami or Ishvara. So Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Antaryami. This Virat, this Hiranyagarbha, which is called Purusha, which is Adidevam, which is the presiding deity of all the Devatas. Which is the presiding deity of all the Devatas. And this is not different from Brahma. It is not different from the Brahma Chaitanya. And in this mantra number 9, Suryaha, which is the Pratyaksha Devata, which is the Pratyaksha Devata, Virat, at the level of Stula, Samashti Stula, Upadhi, this Suryaha, the Virat, which is one of the Devata, Adhisthana Devata, presiding over the certain faculties which the individual enjoy. There are so many Devatas. Each individual enjoys certain faculties. And each faculty at the total level presided over by a particular Devata. That is called Adhisthana Devata. Suryaha is one Adhisthana Devata who presides over the Chakshush. Chakshushaha Suryaha. Chakshushaha Surya. Surya is the presiding Devata of Chakshush, eyes. So Samashti, at the Samashti level, Suryaha. Similarly, Shrotrasya Dig Devata. Dig Devata is the presiding deity for the Shrotra, the Karnendriya. So each Devata, there are presiding deities for each faculty enjoyed by the individual. At the total level, it is the Devata, Adhisthana Devata. So whether it is Surya Devata or Dig Devata or Vayu Devata or Varuna Devata, all these Devatas, Sarve Devataha, Devaha, Arpitaha, Yasmin Arpitaha, Tat Hiranyagarbha. That in which all the Devatas are based on which, that is Hiranyagarbha. That is why Hiranyagarbha is the Adhisthana Devata. It is the Adhisthana Devata. It's the presiding deity of all the Devatas. It is like each department is managed by a particular person, and these persons are managed by the top individual, the CEO of the company. So similarly, Hiranyagarbha. And that Hiranyagarbha it is not different from Brahma. Brahma eva. So Surya Devata, which is Virat, Adhisthana Devata, which is the sum total of all the Devatas presided over by that Devata, Hiranyagarbha, they are not different. So, therefore, Surya Devata at the total, at Samashti level, it is called Devata. At the Vyashti level, at the Vyashti level, all the Indriyas, at the Vyashti level, the Indriyas, Vagindriya, the Devata of Vagindriya is Agni. At Vyashti level, Vakindriya, it is presided over by the Agni Devata. So Agni, all the functionaries of the organs. That is Adidevam. The Devata at the individual level, it is called Adidevam. The Devata at the total, Samashti, it is called. The Devata at the total is called Adidevam. The Devata presiding over the faculty of the individual, at the individual level, it is called Adhyatma. Adhyatma. So Adhyatmam, Vagadayagascha Adhyatmam. Bhashyakara said, Sarve Agni Adayaha Adidevam, Vagadayaha Adhyatmam. So all the Devatas, Suryaha is only an Upalakshana. Yataha cha udeti Suryaha Yatra Astam cha gacchati tam sarve devaha arpitaha. So Suryaha being Upalakshana, all the Devatas, Agniyadeyaha Devataha, Vagadayaha Devataha, Agniyadeyaha Devataha is Adidevam, Vagadayaha Devataha Adhyatmam. All these Devatas, Sarve Devataha, Yasmin Arpitaha, Sampraveshitaha, that Hiranyagarbha is Brahma eva. Sopi Brahma eva. Sarve Devaha, Yasmin Arpitaha, Tat Brahma eva. Tat na atyeti kaschana gacchati. Tat atyeti. Kaschana atyeti gacchati. That is tat kaschana atyeti na gacchati. Hiranyagarbha cannot give up the Brahma, cannot give up the status of being Brahma. In fact, it is not a status, what it enjoys. It is Brahma. So, na atyeti is an important word. Atyeti. Atyetya na gacchati. Being not different. Being not different, therefore, Hiranyagarbha is Brahma. And everything being Brahma, therefore, nobody can atyeti gacchati. Nobody can transcend or be separate. Nobody can be separate or away from Brahma. Therefore, there is no problem of alienation, being away from Ishvara. You cannot be away from the Lord. You cannot be away from the Ishvara. If you are away from Ishvara, if there is a possibility to be away from the Lord, then Dvaitam walks in. Then merging with the Lord, being one with the Lord, Jivatma, Paramatma, physical aikyam, that problem comes. There is no physical aikyam. It is not possible. Physical aikyam is not possible because that which is physical, which is upadhi, it is mithya. It is nama rupa. Whether it is individual or vyashti, it is mithya only. Nama rupa is mithya. So, Namarupa being Mithya, and when we talk about Aikyam, it is not the Aikyam of, it is not the Aikyam of the Upadhi. Upadhi being Mithya, it is not Mithya Upadhi, Upadhika Aikyam. That is not possible. So, when Jiveshwara Aikyam, when we say that Jiveshwara Aikyam is not this something to be reached, something to be gained in time, in space. That is the truth. That is the Paramarthika Satyam. That is the Paramarthika Satyam. In the Vyavahara, there is difference. Because there is difference, therefore there is a transaction. If that difference is not there, then there is no transaction possible. If Dvaita Bhavam, not Dvaita Bhavam, if Dvaitam is not there, if manyness or plurality is not there, then no transaction is possible. In spite of being different, in spite of being plural, the truth is one, Aikyam. The truth is Jiveshwara Aikyam. Jivatma is not different from the Paramatma. In spite of being Dvaitam, the Vyavahara being Dvaitam, the truth is Advaitam. So when we say Advaitam, Advaitam is only through understanding. There is no physical Advaitam. If there is physical Advaitam, that is not possible. Then no transaction is possible. Then there are no two things to talk about the Aikyam at all. Aikyam, oneness, we can talk about when there are two things. When there is everything is only one. There is not even one. We cannot say one. One we can say when there is two. When there is no two, the second thing, one also not there. That is why it is Advaitam. That is the vision. That is the vision of the Shastram. That is the Paramarthika Drishtya. And that Paramarthika cannot be reduced to Vyavaharika. Therefore, the Vyavaharika is also Mithya. Vyavaharika is also, it's Mithya. Vyavaharika Drishtya Anekani Vastuni Santi. And these Vastus, they enjoy the status of being individual because of Upadhi. And Upadhi being Mithya. Therefore, the Satyam is Brahma. So, therefore, at all levels, whether at this Karana level or Sukshma level or Stula level, the Satya Vastu is Brahma, either at the total or at the individual. Because there is difference, therefore a Jiva thinks himself to be separate, away. He feels as though alienated. He feels alienated from Ishvara as though really it happened. Therefore only the Aikyam. Therefore only Aikyam is taught, because Aikya knowledge alone can remove this notion of being different from Ishvara. That alone can remove this sense of alienation, being away from Ishvara, separate from Ishvara, this Dvaita Bhava. Therefore, what the Shastram does is, Shastram equates Jiva with Paramatma, Jivatma with Paramatma at all levels. At the Karna level, what is called Ishvara is called, the Ishvara is not different from Prajna of the individual, Vyashti. The same Atma, Brahma, at the individual level, it is Prajna. At the total level, at the total causal level, Karana level, it is called Ishvara, otherwise called Antaryami. At the Sukshma level, at the total Sukshma level, what is called Hiranyagarbha or Sutratma, it is called Tejasa at the individual level. So there is an equation at all levels. Similarly, at the Samashti level, what is called Virat. The Brahma Chaitanyam with the Upadhi, what is called Virat, at the individual level, it gets Prajna Tejasa Vishwa. It gets the state, it gets the name Vishwa. So when we say Atma is Brahma, Atma is Brahma, Atma is not different from Brahma, Brahmatma, Tat Tvam Asi. Now at all levels we can say Virat is Vishwa. Virataha. Virat Vishvayeva. Similarly, Hiranyagarbha, Tejasaha, Tejaha Eva, Tejaha Eva. Similarly, at the Karana level, that Ishvara, otherwise called Antaryami, is Prajnaha. Because there is Anubhava at the three levels for the individual. Similarly, at the total level, the same Brahma, which gets different names, Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara, they are equated. That is called the Aikyam. Mahavakyam is Tat Tvam Asi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Aham Brahma Asmi. These are not only the Mahavakyams. Even that by which the Aikyam at any level it is mentioned, that is also Mahavakyam only. Therefore, through all these mantras, what the Upanishad presents is Mahavakya, that the sense of being different from Brahma at all levels, it is knocked off by these mantras. Therefore, these mantras are important. Our Shastram doesn't take any chance, therefore it presents at all levels. Certain things we may think, why this Hiranyagarbha, Virat, all these things should be talked about. Because the person, those time, who study Shastra, who enter into Vedanta, they will not jump into Vedanta immediately. The person would have been a brahmachari, studied the Vedas, Veda Adhyayanam, at least one or two Vedas, and that too is the particular shaka to what he belongs, that he must have learned thoroughly. And the person must have performed all the karma, Vedika karma, because of which he has gained Chitta Shuddhi, Vedika karma and Upasana. Veda prescribes a lot of Upasana. These are Vedika Upasana. The Upasana gives that preparedness, Chitta Naishchalyat. Chitta Naishchalyatvam. That karma gives the Chitta Shuddhi, and the Chitta Naishchalyam by Upasana. This karma and Upasana play a very important role. Because it is not done by us now. Therefore, we don't sometimes see the importance of these, the Upasana, or when the Shastram equates Hiranyagarbha, talks about Hiranyagarbha or Virat. We don't see the importance of why the Shastram talks about. Because the person who has done Hiranyagarbha Upasana, he has done Virat Upasana. For that person, when he reads this Vakyam, then he gains the knowledge that there is Aikyam at all levels. So it is for the people who have done the Upasana, who has done the karma, these Vakyams have got very much importance. They understand, they appreciate. Whereas for people who come to Vedanta without sufficient background, sufficient preparation, in the modern days, people who come to Vedanta, they come to Vedanta because one thing is, it is popular. It is popular, therefore they come to Vedanta, and Vedanta gives a solution for all the problems. It gives the ultimate solution, only one solution for all the problems. So for that, one Upanishad or this vacuum itself is enough if the person is sufficiently prepared. But the Upanishad talks about all these Hiranyagarbha Upasana, Virat Upasana, these are not something which are redundant or not useful. These are all useful. Karma Upasanas are important. A Vaidika must have done. A Vaidika must have slowly climbed up the ladder of this spirituality by doing this karma and upasana. For him, all these are valid. All these are very much applicable. Therefore, only in all these mantra, the same thing is talked about. In one mantra talked about the Hiranyagarbha, the Aikyam at the level of Samashti, Hiranyagarbha and Brahma. In another mantra talks about the Aikyam at the level of the Stula, Samashti Stula level, Virat and Brahma. Samashti Stula Abhimana Chaitanyam Virat with Brahma. So, therefore, these mantras are important mantras. This is for understanding. We should appreciate, or we would have appreciated if we have done the karma and the upasana. Upasanas are like karma, they also occupy a significant portion of the Veda. A lot of upasanas are even there in the Upanishad itself. The Taittiriya Upanishad itself, upasanas are there. In the beginning itself, that Sandhi Upasana, then Vyahriti Upasana, then Pranava Upasana. All these are Vedantic meditations. These upasanas are important and they have certain significance for a Vaidika. So therefore, when we read this mantra, we can either appreciate or we can take only as much what we require. Since we don't do any the Vaidika Upasana, but when the mantra presents the Aikyam, when the mantra says that Hiranyagarbha, the Sutratma, or the Virat, or the Ishvara, being not different from Brahma at different levels, so we should be able to see the importance of it and appreciate. This Virat Upasana, even in the same Upanishad we saw in the beginning, Nachiketa asked for the Upasana as a second boon. What Upasana it is? It is Virat Upasana. That is called Nachiketa Agni. Doing that particular Upasana, a person gains the ultimate experiential sukham. If at all, if there is any experiential sukham is there, that is gainable by that particular upasana. But the same upasana can be converted into a spiritual sadhana for gaining moksha. If it is a karma, along with karma, it is for gaining the end. If it is done as upasana, the same karma with upasana, with the meditation, it becomes the means for gaining moksha. Through krama mukti, going to the Brahma Loka, and from Brahmaji getting the upadesha, then gaining mukti, krama mukti. So therefore, upasanas are important. Karmas are important. For Vaidika, it has got significance. Upasana and karma. So therefore, in all these mantras, when we talk about Hiranyagarbha or Virat, all these names already we would have heard in the Upasana section. The same thing. Ultimately, to drive home the point that What is there is only Brahma. Since the gross universe is available for our perception, and because of the difference in the gross universe, since we appreciate the duality, therefore Upanishad, from the Virat, from the total perspective, presents the oneness, presents the Aikyam. Similarly, from the Sukshma and Karna. So that is how Upanishad presents through all this mantra. Ultimately, it is about the Aikyam. So all these mantras, they talk about the Aikyam, Jiveshwara Aikyam. And the next mantra, which we are going to see, the mantra itself is Mahavakya mantra, Aikya mantra, which we will read. Yadevegatamutra
यदेवेगतदमुत्र
Yadamutra tadanviha
यदमुत्र तदन्विह
Jeev Mrityo Samrityamapnoti
मृत्यो समृद्धिमाप्नोति
Yahananeva Pashyati.
यज्ञानेव पश्यति
Yat eva iha tat amutra. Iha is here. Iha is here referring to the jiva, the individual. Yat iha, the individual, the jiva. Tat, yat referring to here. Yat iha referring to here. Tat amutra. Yat tat. Iha referring to here, referring to the individual jivatma. Yat iha asti. Tat amutra asti. So, there is no difference between what is here and what is there. Amutra. Amutra. So, iha is also referring to the locus Saptami. Iha. And amutra is also Saptami. Saptami arte tral pratyaya. Amutra. So, what is here? What is here is the here referring to the individual, the jiva. What is here in this jiva upadhi? In this jiva upadhi, upadhi is shariram, the three shariram, all the three shariram. Karana shariram, sukshma shariram, stula shariram. This is the upadhi of the jiva. What is there in this jiva? The same thing is there, tatra, amutra, there, tat amutra. So yat tat, between here, what is here and what is there, is equated. What is here in this jiva upadhi, the same thing is there in there also, where Ishvara upadhi, and the total upadhi. Upadhi is not equated. Upadhi is dropped. Upadhi cannot be equated. Jiva is small, insignificant being, and Ishvara Upadhi, which is not limited. The total, when you say total, the sum total of all the jivas, the whole Jagat, Upadhi, which is Upadhi of Ishvara. And the two, all at the three levels, Upadhi. So, Upadhi is not equated. Doesn't talk about Upadhi, Aikyam. The content of the Upadhi. When you say content of the Upadhi means, you have to understand here one more thing. When we say Upadhi and the content of the Upadhi, this is from the standpoint of Atma, Anatma. In the beginning, we distinctly understand the things as Atma, Anatma. We need to have that Viveka that discriminative understanding of this Atma, Anatma, that Veda, the difference. From the Paramarthika Drishti, the Atma, Anatma, this difference is only from the Vyavahara, from the Vyavaharika Drishti. This is Atma, the Chaitanyam. This is Anatma, which is Jada. This Atma, Anatma, this difference, the understanding this difference, clearly understanding the difference by the discriminative buddhi, that's called Viveka, that this is only from the Vyavaharika, transactional, empirical standpoint. From the Paramarthika standpoint, there is no Atma, there is no Anatma. What is there is only Brahma. Where the Atma, Anatma? If there are two things, then it becomes Dvaitam. Since in the Vyavaharas, since we have this notion of being different, since we appreciate plurality in the Vyavahara, therefore we talk about Atma, Anatma. But there is no Atma, Anatma. There are not two things. From the Paramarthika standpoint, everything is Brahma. Even this Upadhi is also Brahma. Upadhi is also Brahma only. So, now when we say Jiva Upadhi, that is, that what is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi. So, since we talk about the Jiva which is in the Upadhi, therefore, as we have to say as though two things are there. But at the back of our understanding, at the back of our mind, we should have this understanding. There are no two. Since at the Vyavaharika level we are talking about, therefore we say what is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi, as though this Upadhi is different from Jiva, we talk about, but it is not, we know, because from the Paramarthika standpoint, what is there is only, whether it is Jiva, there is no Jiva and Jivatma and Paramatma. What is there is only Atma, Brahma. So, here when we say Iha Amutra, that distinction is made, Iha Amutra. When there is everything, there is only one, there is no Iha, there is no Amutra. So when Iha and Amutra is there, therefore there, Ajnani Jiva, a sadhaka who is at the beginning level is Ajnani. So for him the two things are there, therefore we have to say Jiva Upadhi. In the Upadhi, the Jiva who is obtained in this Upadhi, Jiva Upadhi, what is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi, the same thing is there in the Ishvara Upadhi. At the Samashti level, Ishvara Upadhi, the same Brahma which is obtained in the Jiva Upadhi is also there in Ishvara Upadhi. Ishvara Upadhi is Maya and Jiva Upadhi is the Shariram. Yat Iha Tat Amutra. That alone is sufficient. What is here is there alone. Is there. What is here is there. That statement alone is enough. But Upanishad doesn't stop with that. Yat Amutra Tat Anu Iga. What is there is here. The Shruti again says not the same thing, but it says in a reverse order. What is there is here. What is there in what is obtained in the Ishvara Upadhi is here in Jiva Upadhi. What is obtained in Jiva Upadhi is Ishvara Upadhi. What is obtained in Ishvara Upadhi is obtained in Ishvara Upadhi. That is number one. And what is obtained in Ishvara Upadhi is obtained in Jiva Upadhi. Why two times? Why the second time is said? Because to avoid certain wrong conclusions, misconceptions. Upanishad says this Jivatma, which is obtained in this Upadhi, Atma which is obtained in this Upadhi is the Atma which is obtained in the Samashti Upadhi. So there is no difference Atma. Now, when we say this Atma which is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi is the same Atma obtained in the Samashti Ishvara Upadhi when we say, there, then this Parichinnatvam of Atma is negated, dismissed. Ishvara is present everywhere, whereas I, as the individual, is conscious of only this body. The content, the essence of I is Atma. And this, I appreciate only this body. I pervade only to the periphery of this body. Whereas Ishvara, as the Atma, he pervades everywhere. So this Atma is equal to that Atma when we say that Parichinnatvam is dismissed. This Parichinnatvam of Atma is dismissed. This Gata Akasha, the Akasha which is obtained in the Gata, in the pot, and the Akasha which is obtained outside the space, are they different? First we say as though they are different. But it is Akasha which is obtained in the Gata. It is as though Parichinna, as though limited. Therefore, that space is equal to outside space, the space outside the pot. The space outside the pot doesn't have any limit. It is all pervading space. Therefore, the space inside the pot also is the same. Therefore, the Parichinnatvam is dismissed. The sense of limitation is dismissed. The sense of limitation is the problem. The sense of being limited, that is the problem, that is samsara. That is the cause for all the samsarika problem. So, therefore, this is that when we say that Parichinnatvam, that is dismissed. All the sense of limitations are dismissed. So whatever notion we have about us, the notions which limits us, the limiting notions, they are dismissed. As Ishvara is all pervading, is Anantaha, is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, that Brahma is the Atma, which is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi, which is myself. So I am not limited. Therefore, I am insignificant. I am a wanting person. All the complexes, all these are knocked off by this statement of the Shruti. So the sense of limitation is removed. Then the second one, Yat Amutra, that which is there, Tat Anu Iha. What is there is here. What is there is here when we say that which is something remote, that sense is there, the sense of that which is far away, which is remote, away. The parokshatvam is there. Like Swargaloka, when we say Swargaloka is after Maranam, it is paroksha. Brahma is not paroksha. It is nitya aparoksha. It is now and immediate. So that parokshatvam, that notion, that the parokshatva, that jnanam, that is dismissed by saying that which is there is here. So both the doubts are removed. Both the wrong conclusions are removed. One is Parichinnatvam is removed by saying what is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi is obtained in the Ishvara Upadhi. By that, Parichinnatvam is removed. By the second statement, what is obtained in the Ishvara Upadhi is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi. The Parokshatvam of Brahma is Parokshatvam, Brahma is not Paroksha. The notion what we have about Brahma as it is Paroksha, that is dismissed. So, the Brahma is Nitya, it is Nitya Aparoksham. Therefore, what is there is only Atma. There are no two different things. We are not equating two different things. There are no two different things to equate. Shruti says the fact what is there is only Brahma. Because of Upadhi, there is difference. Because of Upadhi, there is a sense of limitation. Because of this Upadhi, appreciation of this Upadhi Veda, therefore there is a sense of Parokshatvam. Both are dismissed. So, therefore, this being the truth, this being the knowledge, this being the truth, knowledge, the one who doesn't understand this, who doesn't see this fact, what happens to that person? Saha Purushaha apnoti, he gains. What does he gain? Saha mrityum apnoti. He gains death. From what? From death. From death, he gains death. Upanishad presents like that. From death to death, he runs. He goes from death to death. It is from Janma to Janma. Another way of saying Janma to Janma. Janma followed by Marana. Marana followed by Janma. So Upanishad says, Mrityoho Mrityum Gacchati. Mrityoho is Panchami. And Mrityu is it is Dvitiya Vibhakti. The place of reach, destination. Mrityoho Mrityum Gacchati Apnoti. Why? Because Saha, Yaha, Nana Iva Pashyati. Yaha, Iha is referring to in this Brahma, Asmin Brahmani Vishaye, with regard to this fact, Nana Iva Pashyati. Nana Iva Pashyati. As though sees the difference. There is no difference. Therefore, Iva, the word is Iva is important. Iva means as though different, because there is no difference. There is no difference between Jivatma and Paramatma. When difference is not there, he sees the difference as though. The Upanishad doesn't say he sees the difference, because difference is not a fact. This difference is only in his notion. It is his wrong understanding. Therefore, Iva, Nana Iva Pashyati, as though there is difference, as though there are many things, the one who sees as though there are many things, there is a difference, Saha Purushaha Mrityoho Mrityum Apnoti. The person who appreciates the difference, he goes from death to death. The person who sees a duality, he goes from death to death. Whereas the opposite of that, the person who appreciates the oneness, who has this Advaita Jnana, Saha, he doesn't go from death to death. Saha Munchati. Asmat Samsarat, once for all, he gains freedom. Even if he is born, what is born is Upadhi is born. Upadhi being Mithya. Therefore, Maranam and this Janma, you cannot create any dent on the person. Because Upadhi only comes, Upadhi goes. I am not born, I am not gone. I continue to be being Satyam. For him, there is only is Advaita Brahma. Therefore, there is no samsara. There is no samsara for him. Mrityoho Mrityum Gacchati is a way of saying samsara. The jiva is continued to be a samsari jiva. Is a way of saying Mrityoho Mrityum Gacchati. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Yadeveha Karya Karana, it is Karya Karana Upadhi Samanvitam.
Karyakarana
Samsara Dharmavat. Sorry, before that, we read the Sangati the last class?
Yeah, we read Ji.
I think so. We have only read.
Yeah, we read the Sangiti. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sangati is important. Okay.
Yeah.
Samsara dharmavat
Samsara dharmavat
Dharmavat
avabhasamanam
avabhasamanam
avivekinam
avivekinam
tad eva svatmastham
tadyeva svatmastham
mutra
amutra
nitya vijnana ghana svabhavam
nitya vijnana ghana bhavam
sarva samsara dharma varjitam brahma
sarva samsara dharmavarjitam brahma
yadeveha yat eva iha. Sandhi yat eva iha yadeveha. From the mantra it is there yat eva iha. Yat eva iha karya karana upadhi samanvitam endowed with samanvitam endowed with karya karana. Karya karana. Karya is the product. What is the product? The shariram is the product. So karya here means the sharira upadhi. What shariram? All the three shariram. Sharira trayam. Karya referring to the product, this body, the upadhi, which is referred to by the word karya. Karana is the organs. So karya karana upadhi. When karya karana upadhi, the word is there, then understand karya is shariram, karana is this sense organs. So this body with this sense organs, that is upadhi, samanvitam, samyak anvitam, well connected, that is endowed with, well connected means endowed with, associated with this karya karana upadhi. Associated with this karya karana upadhi, samanvitam, sampannam, samsara dharmavat. Samsara dharmavat. Here vatut is vatu, not vat. It is like as not vatu pratyaya, not endowed with samsara. It is dharmavat, samsara dharmavat avavasamanam. Or some dharmavat. This endowed with we cannot say, because samsara dharma is not there for this atma. So that is why vata is like samsara dharmavat, as though as this, like the qualities of samsara. What are the qualities? Samsara dharma. Samsara dharma is this sukha, dukkha, avidya, kama, krodha, all this samsara. Another way of saying is kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam. That is samsara. This kartrutva, bhoktrutvam. Samsara in the form of kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam. Samsara can be presented in many ways. Shoka, moha, raha. Raha, moha, shoka, that is samsara. Avidya, kama, karma, samsara. Kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, samsara. All the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all these are samsara. So the samsara, it is not for the atma. So samsara dharmavat, like the samsara dharma, avavasamanam means as though it appears. Samsara dharmavat, because of association with this karya karana upadhi, samsara dharmavat, as though having the samsara dharma, the qualities of samsara dharma, avavasamanam, what? Yat eva iha, that referring to the Brahma, Brahma, which is Iha in this Upadi, it referring to Brahma. It referring to Brahma, Iha referring to Karya Karana Upadi Samanvitam, that Karya Karana Upadi, that is Iha. So the Brahma which appears Abhavasamanam, which is associated, which is which is associated or endowed with, that's the translation we give, which is connected with, but Brahma and Upadi cannot have connection. Between the Satyam, Brahma and Mithya Upadi, what is the connection? That Mithya cannot become Satyam. That Mithya cannot have association or connection with Brahma. The Mithya cannot be associated with Brahma. Brahma cannot be associated with this Mithya. That connection itself is Mithya. That connection itself doesn't exist. This is the problem which doesn't exist. Samsara, really speaking, the problem which doesn't exist. But we think that there's a problem, therefore we talk about the solution. The solution is only Jnana, because we are trying to find the solution for the problem which doesn't exist. But we think the problem is there, therefore the solution. What could be the solution? The solution can be only Jnana. Therefore, when we say this Karya Karana Upadi Samanvitam, this Brahma which is associated with this Upadi, all these words have got limitation. It's very difficult to say, difficult to translate. But that is how it is. We have to understand. Brahma which is associated with this Upadi means the Satyam Brahma cannot have association with this Mithya Upadi. Not possible. But that is how we have to say. Because that is the notion what we have, that Upadi, since we appreciate Upadi, since we appreciate duality, therefore we have to say like that. But our understanding should be, our understanding should be that Upadi and Mithya Upadi, and between Mithya Upadi and Satya Atma there is no association. Okay. Even when we said this body, this associated, this Atma obtained in this body associated with this Stula Shariram is called, we say it is called the Atma obtained in this Stula Shariram, the Atma which is identified with this Stula Shariram, it's called Vishwa. But Atma, how can Atma identify with this Stula Shariram? Atma cannot reduce to this Stula Shariram. It is only an expression. It is the word, but it cannot have association. There is no association is possible. Association, that which is not possible, is made possible by us. That is called Ajnana. That's called Maya. Anyway, so, but here, for the sake of our understanding, the translation what we can give is Karya Karana Upadi Samanvitam, means this Brahma, Yat Brahma, which is associated with this Upadi and the Karya Karana Upadi and the body and the sense organs, as though shining, as though appearing with the qualities of samsara, that kartrutva, bhoktrutva, all this sukha, anubhava, all those experience. This is for whom? This is for whom? Avivekina. For whom this Satyam Brahma, which is asamsari Brahma, appears to have samsara dharma, it is for the aviveki, for the people who don't have this viveka, who don't have this viveka, this understanding. For him, this Brahma, asamsari Brahma, appears to be samsara dharma vat avabhasamanam, with regard to this avivekis. So, yet that Brahma alone, tadeva, that Brahman alone, svatmastam, Swatmastam nityam vijnana gana svabhavam samsara dharma varjitam Brahma. That is Brahma. Tat Brahma. What Brahma? Tat swasmastam. Swatmani tishtati. It is swatmastam. That which is tishtati, which remains in its swatmani, which remains in its true nature, which cannot change its nature, Swarupa. Chaitanyam cannot change its Swarupa. Brahma Chaitanyam cannot change its Swarupa. It cannot change, nobody can change. Nobody can pollute Atma. Upadhi cannot touch Atma. Upadhi cannot make the aparichinna Chaitanyam to parichinna. That limitation is not possible for this Brahma Chaitanyam. Brahma being unlimited. It is Ananta, all pervading. How can it be made limited? That is not possible. That was Swasmastam. And that is Nityam. Vijnana Gana Subhavam. Which is Nityam, which is always of the nature of Vijnana Gana. Vijnana Gana means there is only one thing, Vijnana Gana. Gana means Vijnana Gana Subhava. There is no second thing. Vijnana Gana Subhava means there is only one thing. There is no other thing. Second thing is not there. There is no Veda. There is nothing other than that. So, Swagata Veda, Vigata Veda, there is no such Veda. Veda Ragita. That is the meaning of the Gana, Vijnana Gana Swabhavam. One homogeneous consciousness. But I don't know whether homogeneous we can use. It's only one thing. I think there is no second thing. So, Gana referring to that, indicates that there is no second other thing other than this Chaitanya. Veda Ragita Chaitanya. Nitya Vijnana of this knowledge, the consciousness. Vijnana is the knowledge. Gana Subhavam. Veda Ragita, the Chaitanyam, which is Nitya. And Sarva Samsara Dharma Varjitam. Free from the Samsara Dharma. The Samsara Dharmas are there only for the Upadhi, not for the Brahma, because it is Nitya Vijnana Ghana. It is Nitya. It is there forever, timeless. Vijnana Gana Sabhav, which is in the form of this consciousness and which is completely, sarva, completely, totally, samsara dharma varjitam. So, yat iha asmin sharire vidyate tat brahma. Tat eva, tat amutra, tat eva. Tat referring to Brahma. So yat and tat. That yat, that which is obtained in this Jiva Upadhi. Tat Brahma. Mahavakyam. So the first part of the sentence Bhashyakara explains. The next line we will read. We will read in the next class. So we stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद.